How you doing, everyone? Joe Youngblood here with Chuck Nesley, just recapping a little bit of what we saw today and maybe what we can expect going forward. So, Chuck, as expected, no surprise to you, Boyertown ran away with the team title.
Yeah, they're the class of the league, probably class of District 1. Uh, Getting the 11 guys in the finals. They did a really nice job today. Uh, really looking forward to watching those guys the next couple weeks.
Yeah, again, like we said, no surprise. The surprises came in some of the other matches. Well, first, and we'll get it out of the way right now. Dan Mancini, the freshman from Owen J. Roberts. The 2 seed going up against Lucas Miller. Guys won 150 matches in his career, and not just beat him today, but this was the second time beating him this season. You know, what do you think that does for a freshman like that moving forward?
That's a major boost. I ended up getting the outstanding wrestler today from doing that. Uh, that's got to be a nice boost going into next week in the regionals. That kid's got a really bright future um, in the years to come.
Yeah. you know, Also talking about moving forward, we saw a lot of great wrestling today. A lot of one seeds go down. We saw, Jordan Wood get his 100th pin today. It was just a great day of wrestling here in the Pac-10. Moving forward, now we combine at the District 1 West at Springford, where Pac-10 will collide and combine with the Central League. And, coming out of Central League, the team that finished fourth in district duels, the class that league right now is Upper Darby. Not far behind them is Garnet Valley. And then, you have some other teams sprinkled in. They do have 12 teams in that league, so they do have a lot of depth and a lot of kids to go from. Um, Tell me what you think. And I'll chime in at the end there. What we think what it looks like for the Pac-10 moving forward.
I love that next week. Those kids from that league are generally hard-nosed, tough Delaware County type kids. And they might not be technical type wrestlers, but every one of those kids next week is going to fight. And it's going to be some really good matchups to see who can make it to the next level of the regionals the following week.
We did what the matchup ended up deciding centrally, which was Upper Darby and Garnet Valley last week, and we got to talk with Bob Martin after, and one of the things I commented on and we talked about and he elaborated on was, the toughness of his team and the toughness of like a Garnet Valley, and that both teams have some depth, and Upper Darby doesn't have the most skilled wrestlers. They have one of the best in the pound for pound in the region, Colin Cronin, and another one in Augustin at heavyweight. But then, going down the list, they have like a lot of just tough kids that go out and scrap for 6 minutes, or even more if they have to. They have Kennerly again. He's ranked 2 in the region behind Joe Doyle, and he's gonna possibly see him wrestle Xavier Farizzi. He's gonna have to probably go through O'Connell in the semis next week. Again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm gonna kind of go on a limb and say that those two are gonna be the class of that tournament. And O'Connell lost to Kennerly, I believe, like 9-4 when they're dual meet in the semifinals of district duels. And you go forward like 138. You have Colin Cronin. He's going to see JT Cooley at some point during the tournament. That'll be a good match, entertaining two contrasting styles. Killerin was ranked behind Augustin for a good part of this season. They wrestled in the semifinals of district duels, and Killerin pinning them. I've already talked with Augustin. He wants to avenge that loss. He's looking forward to next weekend for that. So we're going to see a lot of great wrestling out of both leagues. And sometimes the Central League is kind of looked down on, but top to bottom they have one very good team. They have some other good teams, but they have a lot of talented and as Chuck said, a lot of scrappy wrestlers. A lot of guys that are going to come out and they're going to get in your face and they're going to push the pace. And again, not the most skilled, but they're going to go and they're not going to back down. So it's interesting to see. I have to think, and in years past I've been wrong, and I don't mind being wrong. I say that Pac-10 will win medals at this and this weight and these certain places, and overall Pac-10 will take more kids, but you never know. The Central League again, we can't say enough. They do have a lot of talented kids. Cronin, one of their best. Augustin, Kennerly from Upper Darby, Marino from Garnet Valley, Polides, a returning state qualifier from Garnet Valley. You're just talking about the two best teams, and there's a lot of guys that we are missing out. We'll do our homework and we'll be ready for next week there. But like you said, looking forward to Pac-10. A lot of weight classes. I could see Pac-10 going 1, 2, 3 at 106 next week, maybe even 1, 2, 3, 4 with Meredith, Resnick, Wild, and possibly Coons slipping there, and that is just a possibility. That's not even a definite. And it's not even that's what the order is going to be. That those guys trade back and forth, and I don't know if the Central League has a guy that's going to be able to match with them to get into those rounds. So then 113, same thing. Um, we have at 113 representing us. Winning tonight was, it slipped my mind right now. Oh, how can I forget Jacob Campbell? So Jacob Campbell, again, he's a class that weight class 120. Matt Marino with the move down to 120 makes that weight class pretty interesting. We probably might see a David Campbell Matt Marino matchup at some point in time in that tournament. Probably wouldn't be till the finals. 126, Dan Mancini, the somewhat surprise victory over Lucas Miller today. It goes on and on. Again, talking about today in the Pac-10 guys, so that's where we were. We'll keep our focus on that. Chuck, you were here for more of the day than I was. Tell me about someone that really impressed you and surprised you today.
A lot of really good competitive semifinal matches, and what's interesting to me is the kids that win are pretty solid kids in the Pac-10. Like, they're very, very good wrestlers. I'm interested to see how those 2, 3s, and 4s progress next week and how they do at regionals. Pac-10's pretty strong where they have almost a kid in every weight class that's probably going to be at Hershey. And in a couple weight classes, there's 2 or 3 that the Pac-10 might have at Hershey. So it's just really cool to see those kids compete week in and week out and see how they kind of progress at districts and the regional level the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Now, the way it worked, us being up top, we didn't have the opportunity to grab any kids. Try to grab Dan Mancini, OW, come talk to us. Just not working out. I'm hoping to get we'll get some of the Boyertown guys you'll see us talk to. But the fact of the matter, there's a lot of kids we could talk to today. A lot of kids had great tournaments, had a great day, and opened some eyes. I go back to Steve Rice. You coach him in football. We did their match O&J. I did his match against Boyertown. He lost to Elijah Jones, and he just didn't look himself, didn't look good, and he came out like a house on fire today. And we talked off camera, Chuck and I, after the match, and we kind of looked at each other when it was over and was like, wow, we didn't see that coming. Like, he was on another level. Like, he really distanced himself from Elijah Jones. With that said, there's a chance they see each other again in the finals. I'll say there's maybe 6, maybe 7 weight classes, maybe more, where we could see a Pac-10 rematch
Absolutely.
in the district final. And going one step further, there could be a situation where we see these a third week in a row at the regional final with some of the talent we have in the Pac-10. But again, once you get that regional level and the suburban ones come in, you get from Council Rock North, Council Rock South that are tough, and it is a definite game changer. Some of these weight classes, there's a lot of hammers out there, and you just start seeing them more. And the next step, all these kids wrestling right now, their most of their end goals is to reach Hershey, if not get on the podium. And Chuck said it that there's a definite chance for a strong contingent here from the Pac-10 that are gonna progress after next week. So, Chuck, anything else? Anything else you want to add? Anything?
That was fun. Thanks for having me. Congrats to Boyertown on winning the Pac-10 title as a team. Congrats to the Mancini boy. He wrestled his butt off. Again, he's got a bright future, and I look forward to the wrestling next couple weeks.
Well, Chuck, I want to thank you first.
Yeah, thanks.
Then we got to thank Mike Leister, who runs the site and does a phenomenal job, and all the guys that help out. That he's telling me today, all the guys at the other tournaments. I don't know all of them by name. Joe Stablito, Mike Hartman, Raleigh Stillings. I know I'm forgetting others, and I apologize that I don't know. And if I haven't met you, I look forward to meeting you between next week and the week after. But Mike Leister does a phenomenal job organizing this. He runs this tournament. He runs the website. He's making sure all these guys. All of his guys are making sure adding stuff so they had live updates to the tournaments, and it's just a phenomenal thing we have here at PAWrestling.com. And I want to thank him for allowing me to work with him and for him to do this. It's definitely a pleasure, and it's something that's a lot of fun to do and talk to these kids and get to know more and being more on the behind the scenes of the website and the wrestling. I got to thank Boyertown Area School District for hosting this event. Again, top notch. The gym's perfect size, 3 mats down. It's a smooth running day. They were done ahead of time. Nick Palatino, the athletic director, again orchestrating that. Boyertown Area Wrestling Association. Steve Perlstein, the Pac-10 athletic director, who's a liaison to wrestling, organized to make sure the medals, trophies, all that stuff runs smoothly. Dave Jones Sr., the man on the mic all day. John Wood, Jordan Wood's father, sang the national anthem among everything else he does. Gave us a great rendition of the national anthem. Didn't see that one coming. And, just thank everyone that supports PAWrestling.com and, that all you guys out there that watch these videos. So, again, this is Chuck Nesley and Joe Youngblood signing off. We appreciate it. We look forward to everyone watching the videos, and any feedback you have, please always welcome it. Thank you. Take care, and have a good night.